up top. Give me a thumbs up when to go. Just get ready. I'm waiting for my signal to start.
Wait, so what parts are we playing? I don't know. So then we stop. Why am I here?
Still not fit my face.
Yeah,
Would everyone please continue to stand and join the class of 2022 as they lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Please remain standing for the national anthem, which will be led by our choir.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Going to give them a minute to get to their seats, excuse me. Give it another round of applause for our choir and band today. Thank you all, and please be seated. Mayor Blake, members of the Board of Education, Board of Aldermen, and the Board of Finance, Dr. Kataya, Dr. Fedigan, Central Office Administration, Mr. Marco and Mr. Hoggett, honored guests, faculty and staff, family members, and most important of all, the class of 2022. Welcome to this evening's graduation ceremony of Jonathan Law High School. It is now my pleasure to introduce Dr. Anna Kataya, Superintendent of Schools for the City of Milford, who present this year's Salutatorian and Valedictorian.
Thank you, and please allow me to extend my congratulations to the family and friends and the class of 2022. As I thought about the class of 2022, what brought to mind was the many talents and gifts that are represented in each and every one of our students. It recently reminded me of a walk I took with a friend on the beach. As many of us do, we walked along the beach, picked up shells and rocks, and remarked on how each is beautiful in its own unique way. Well, that reminded me of the class of 2022 here at Law. The class is complete with numerous students who are beautiful, successful in their own very unique way. This evening, I have the privilege to speak about two of those students. I would like to talk to you a little bit about our Salutatorian and Valedictorian. At this time, I would like to introduce the Salutatorian of the class of 2022, Eva Carroll. Eva, you'll join me, please? So let me tell you a little bit about Eva. With a grade point average of 4.85, yep, go ahead and say it, folks, wow. Eva has taken the most rigorous collection of courses over the past 4 years here at Jonathan Law. She successfully completed 8 advanced placement courses, along with a wide variety of level 1 courses in all subjects. She was named an AP Scholar with Distinction for her performance on her AP exams. Eva is a member of a National Honor Society, the National Math Honor Society, and the National Art Society, and has received numerous academic awards during her time here at law, most notably the Harvard Book Award and the Rensselaer Medal for Excellence in Mathematics and Science. But beyond her work in academics, Eva has been the face of the Jonathan Law community. She has served as president of the class of 2022 for the past 3 years and has been deeply invested in building her school community. To that end, she also has been a vibrant member of Natural Helpers and the Key Club. Both of these groups dovetail with Eva's personal belief in ensuring inclusion for all, providing opportunities for support, and being someone anyone can turn to for help. To watch Eva from afar, one might think all of her accomplishments came pretty easy for her. Not so much. As a young child at the beginning of her educational journey, Eva struggled within the academic setting, actually. As she worked through these challenges, Eva developed a keen sense of self-discipline and determination, characteristics that still applies to everything she does today in order to reach her goals. Eva's academic interests lie in mathematics and science, specifically chemistry. For Eva, chemistry is a problem-solving subject that requires one to think abstractly in ways other subjects do not. And while chemistry is deeply rooted in the sciences, Eva hopes to integrate another passion of hers, creativity, in a career where she can combine both disciplines into one. While Eva hopes to achieve many things in her life, the most important to her is to find a purpose. And above all things, she wants to accomplish something of greater significance than herself. Eva tells us, however, that beyond the responsibilities everyone faces in our day-to-day lives, it's important to make time to have fun. Work hard, play hard is her mantra, and in her words, do what makes you happy. In the fall, Eva will enter the University of Miami, where she plans to pursue a degree in chemical engineering. Everyone, please help me in welcoming Miss Eva Carroll, the Salutatorian of the class of 2022.
Welcome, Dr. Kutaya, Mayor Blake, Board of Education members, Principal Darcy, Jonathan Law, faculty and staff, family, friends, and fellow peers. Thank you all for being here to celebrate the Jonathan Law senior class of 2022. When writing this speech, I had a hard time figuring out the perfect words to tell you all today. I talked with teachers, friends, family members, and yet I still felt unsure of what message I wanted to send. Mrs. Goldbeck, an English teacher here at Law who has helped Dia and I with our speeches, asked me, "What's your plan?" What is your plan? This is a question that I'm sure all of us have been asked in one way or another, and I'm sure it's a question we have all asked ourselves these past 4 years. Whether it's about college or trade school, our future major, or a potential career, as young adults, we are expected to have a plan. But if we're all being honest here, I'm sure a good amount of us still aren't 100% sure. I tell everyone that I want to become a chemical engineer. And while I do admit that this is a strong interest of mine, I have also considered several other futures, like becoming a teacher, an architect, or a fashion designer. With all these different potential paths, how am I possibly to know which one is right for me? How do I know if I'd be happier doing one thing over another? It's not that we all struggle to make a plan. It's knowing whether it's the right one that is difficult. I was faced with the same conflict when deciding which college to commit to. I was stuck between 2 different schools and could not decide which one would be a better fit for me. It was 2 days before decision day when I remembered something that one of my tour guides told me. No matter where you go, it's what you make of it. In life, there will always be things that you cannot control. For example, you get into a car accident that wasn't your fault, or a huge storm causes your game to be postponed. It is hard to create a plan for the future without uncertainty because extraneous circumstances cannot be predicted. If you have created a plan and something goes wrong, it is easy to feel a sense of disappointment and hopelessness. When this happens, we must not doubt ourselves and instead remind ourselves of the confounding nature of the world we live in. Going forward, we are inevitably going to meet challenges. That is simply something we cannot control. What we can control is our attitudes and actions in response to these challenges. You may not get that job or promotion, but that does not mean you should lose sight of your goal. Many people think of failure as an ending. I think it's the exact opposite. Failure teaches us what doesn't work, which brings us one step closer to figuring out what does. The only way we can truly fail is if we stop trying to achieve our goals. Similar to how a GPS can calculate multiple different routes to the same destination, human beings can also reroute themselves when faced with a roadblock. If your initial route does not work, make another one. One famous example of the importance of mindset was shown by the British novelist William Golding. 21 different publishing companies rejected Golding before one decided to publish his novel, Lord of the Flies. As you may very well know, Lord of the Flies became a world-renowned book and even earned him a Nobel Prize for Literature in 1983. Golding persevered and surmounted every rejection he was given. He could have given up after any one of those 21 rejections, but he was not discouraged. He believed in his abilities, his work, and his passion. Like Golding, we must all believe in ourselves. Venture outside your comfort zone. Don't be afraid to take that risk. And most importantly, do not give up on yourself. We are no longer than naive teenagers we are walking into high school. Over these past 4 years, we have matured into intelligent, capable young adults. It is up to us to create the life we want to live. If you aren't happy with the plan you set out for yourself, change it. There are 1,000,001 things you can do with your life, so don't feel trapped by your original plan. Follow your passions and do what makes you happy. After all, life is what you make of it. Congratulations, class of 2022. You earned it.
Great job. It is my distinct honor to introduce the valedictorian of class of 2022 of Jonathan Law High School, Miss Dia Daruka. Clink, 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 clink. So proud of you. Okay. With a grade point average of 4.95. Yeah. How did you do that? It gets better, folks. Wait a minute. Dia has taken the most rigorous collection of courses over the past 4 years here at Law. I don't think I've ever seen this number, Dia. She successfully completed 15 advanced place courses. Wow. That is crazy. And has been named an AP Scholar with distinction based on her performance on all of her AP exams. She was named a National Merit Commended Scholar by the College Board earlier this fall, and more recently was named the Boys and Girls Club of Milford Youth of the Year. She was a recipient of the Yale Book Award and the University of Rochester Boston Lom Honorary Science Award, as well as several additional academic medals over the years for her impeccable academic work. Dia has been an active participant and leader in the school community, serving as president of the National Math Honor Society, vice president of the Science Club, and treasurer for the school's Key Club, to name a few. She also holds a seat on the national board for the Boys and Girls Clubs of America and serves as president of the Keystone Club, a group that provides leadership and service opportunities for teens. It's safe to say that on any given day, Dia could be seen fulfilling her commitments at several meetings, heading to an athletic practice and meeting a teacher or two before the day came to a close. Without a doubt, Dia's greatest impact in our community has been through her creation of her own nonprofit financial literacy program, whereby she teaches students in grades 3 through 12 the ins and outs of saving, investing, financial decision-making, college and retirement planning, and personal money management. As a youngster herself, Dia was taught many lessons about personal finance and independent living skills, thanks to her mom. As she grew up, though, Dia discovered that this is not a common household conversation with children, especially not in underprivileged households. Partnering with the Boys and Girls Club of Milford and the McGivney Community Center in Bridgeport, Dia has reached hundreds of students already at this age. So far, through her financial literacy program and plans to continue this work into the future, her goal is to continue to teach students at an early age about how to make smart financial decisions and ultimately break the cycle of poverty in the future. If ever there was a need for this, now is the time. So we'll be watching you, Dia. In the fall, Dia will enter Duke University, where she plans to major in economics with a concentration in finance. Her ultimate goal for the future is to start an impact investing firm where she will continue to help those in need have more financial security. So folks, no question in our minds why we should be congratulating our valedictorian, Dia. Congratulations.
Good evening and a warm welcome to Mayor Blake, Dr. Kataya, Dr. Fedigan, Mr. Darcy, members of the Board of Education, Jonathan Law faculty and staff, family and friends, and especially my fellow graduates of the Jonathan Law class of 2022. Thank you all for being here on this wonderful occasion and celebrating the astounding accomplishments of the graduating class. I would like to start off by asking you to think about the definition of a role model. Well, according to the Oxford Dictionary, a role model is a person looked up to by others as an example to be imitated. However, that is simply just scratching the surface level. A role model truly has such a deeper meaning. Role models are some of the most important individuals in our lives. They are not only people we look up to, but also confide in, laugh with, and experience great adventures with. So, who is your role model? Perhaps a fellow graduate, a family member, a coach, a faculty member, or a coworker. I'm sure you can think of plenty. It's vital that we recognize the influential role models that have aided and led us to this tremendous point in our lives. Every single one of us here has at least one role model, and they have helped shape who we are. First and foremost, I would like to show appreciation for the role models we have at home. They have guided us since childhood on how to approach life. They have taught us lessons of honesty, trust, and kindness. They have supported us through good and bad times, and have even put up with our wonderful teenage hormones. My role model at home is my mom. She has allowed me to achieve my dreams and goals, and I am honored to have someone like her to emulate. Next, and this is a big one, our faculty at law. In our 4 years, we have encountered numerous faculty and staff who have become our role models. Fellow graduates, I'm sure you can think of at least one faculty member, whether it's a teacher, school counselor, or member of the administration, who you look forward to seeing when you come to school. They are one of the most significant pieces of our high school experience. The teachers at Jonathan Law go above and beyond in ensuring that we not only receive the best education possible, but also that we enjoy the learning process. From spending countless hours in the support center, sitting in on Ruz's pre-calculus class, to participating in a myriad of experiential activities in classes of my own, I've seen the immense length teachers go to better us as people and scholars. Not only have they enhanced our education, but they have provided us with wonderful life lessons and tools for our future. I remember during my sophomore year in AP Gov, we participated in a group activity in which we were assigned a level of government and had to respond to a natural disaster. So, Mr. Zura simulated a hurricane. And by simulated, I mean he actually opened up the windows when it was raining and freezing cold outside, and he even blared siren sounds as well. He was kind enough, though, to warn us the day before to wear something warm. The whole point is, he created this fun activity in which we are not only able to have fun and freeze, but also learn from what we were participating in. Additionally, in AP Lang and AP Seminar with Mrs. Goldbeck, I learned important writing skills and reading techniques, but more importantly, I fostered a new appreciation for the subject of English, which was previously my least favorite. I grasped how to be a lifelong reader, thinker, and writer, a gift I will utilize for the rest of my life. These relationships we have built with our teachers have allowed us to learn from their commendable characteristics and strive to be like them in the future. What is your favorite story about a faculty member? Who changed how you think? Our school counselors, administrators, secretaries, security guards, nurses, and custodians expand our school role models. They helped us complete our college applications, organize school files, and maintain a clean and safe school environment every day. I will cherish the conversations I have had with my guidance counselor, Mrs. Scarpa, whether it's frantically panicking about school or just catching up about life. I will take with me the wisdom I received from stopping by to see Rags when I need advice, and I will be grateful for the extreme effort Mr. Hoggett exerted to ensure I was able to take Calculus 3 at Gateway. He even met me during the summer to help me complete my registration. The weekly emails from the College and Career Center and the transparency and approachability of the administration truly make Jonathan Law a unique community that we are all lucky to be a part of. Lastly, but certainly not least, our friends, many of whom are sitting right next to us on this very field. Some you may have known since kindergarten, and others you may have formed friendships with during high school, maybe even this year. Our friends, whether they are fellow graduates, teammates, or coworkers, all serve as a role model for us. We are constantly surrounded by them and share some of the most wonderful memories with them. Whether it's during extracurricular clubs, playing sports, or during class activities and trips, the friendships we have made during high school have allowed us to learn more about ourselves. They have taught us about our values and, more importantly, how to have fun. We will take these role model friendships with us as we close this chapter of our lives. All of our role models, those at home, those at school, and those that are our peers, have molded us into the young adults we are today. They have allowed us to experience a spectacular 4 years at law. Even when we are engrossed in whatever our future endeavors hold, when we look back at this time in our lives, we will always remember our role models. To close, these role models also include you. You are a role model. You are a role model in your family, for your fellow graduates, and for all lawmen. As you embark on your next journey, you will discover many new role models who will serve as important figures in your life. But also remember to continue serving as a role model for others, because you will shape their life without even knowing it. As Rosa Parks once said, each person must live their life as a role model for others. You will always be a role model. You will always be a lawman. Thank you.
Congratulations once again to Eva and Dia. Congratulations. Next, to the class of 2022. A graduation ceremony marks an important step in your life. This moment is the culmination of your 13 years in public education. Your families are likely reflecting on when you started kindergarten and all the time between then and now. Their child is graduating high school and looking towards shaping their own path. I have 2 young daughters of my own, so I can only imagine the emotions they are experiencing right now. Your family is also going to take lots of pictures today. Don't get annoyed at that. This is their moment as much as it is yours. You'll thank them 5, 10, 20 years from now for capturing these memories. It's moments like this that we have to put aside worrying about tomorrow, next year, or 5 years from now. Just take right now to be present and reflect on your experiences with the people you are sitting with today. Although I want to touch upon how COVID disrupted life as we knew it, I'd rather focus on 2 important life skills that it has taught all of us: flexibility and adaptation. The skill of adapting to the unexpected and being flexible are 2 of the most valuable skills you will carry forward in the aftermath of a pandemic that so greatly impacted your educational experiences. More often than not, life does not go on the way you expect it. Our dreams drive our decisions, give us hope, and fuel our passions. But our daily choices and experiences cause us to adapt, flex, and keep moving. Personally, I've made decisions in my career that have led me to schools and districts that I never would have predicted earlier in my life. but here I am with all of you today, and I couldn't be happier to be standing where I am, sharing this moment with all of you. This graduating class has accomplished greatness in many areas during the past 4 years. There's a few items that I'd want to highlight right now. 113 members of this class took a total of 212 AP courses. You earned over $70,000 in scholarships from our community and thousands more through merit-based scholarships and grants. 55 of you participated in our internship program, gaining valuable experience in the real world. And the most impressive number to me, this class completed 10,529 hours of community service. That speaks directly to your character and passion to help others. Next, I'd like to share a quick story about my transition to Jonathan Law. On October 18th, I was lucky enough to start as the principal of our school. For the first time in several years, I was now the new kid in school. I met with several of you in meetings and classrooms. I asked you what it means to be a lawman, and I also asked you for advice on how to make your senior year better. You had to, again, use your skills to adapt, be flexible, and now learn about me. Who is this guy who doesn't understand the importance of taking laps over and over again in the hallways, no matter when the bell rings to start class? That must have been frustrating for all of you. Speed may live in Devon, but punctuality does not. Thanks. Just like any other new kid in school, I also really wanted your acceptance. The first time I felt part of our law family was actually at homecoming. We were outside under a tent in a parking lot, so not a perfect evening, but it was fun to just see you be kids again. A group of you came over and tried to get me to dance with you. I laughed and openly told you that it's your night and I didn't want to get in the way. I also didn't want to show you up on that dance floor. In all seriousness, I went home that night and I told my wife, I think the seniors have finally accepted me into the law family. That was my welcome to law moment. You may not even remember it, but I'm here to tell you that your gesture that evening helped me feel accepted as that new kid in school. The impact that you had on me on that night is something you may not even remember, but I'll never forget. Next, I just want to offer you some advice as you finish off your high school career. Whatever path you take after today, whether it be the military, trade school, a vocation, 2 or 4 year college, the workforce, or even a gap year, all these paths are equally important and valuable. If we learn one thing from the axis that we spin on, it's that every day matters. You matter, and the path that you set to take matters. Trust the process and commit to being a lifelong learner. Your path will take twists and turns, and most of you may not end up doing what you intend to do right now, and that's okay. You will, again, adapt, flex, and keep moving. I'm going to end my comments with one regret and 2 final messages. My only regret from this year is that I was only able to spend 8 months with you as a class. Our time together was too short. I would have loved to be with you over the last few years. You are an incredible group of people, and you'll always be my first graduating class at Jonathan Law. And my final 2 messages for you. Number 1, no matter where you go in life, you always have a home here at Law. You are part of our extended family. You may leave our school today, but you'll always be a lawman. And number 2, in life, you never say goodbye to people who've had a significant impact on you. Even though our time together has been short, you've had a positive impact on me. So I'm not going to say goodbye. I'm going to say good luck, stay in touch, and I'll see you later. Congratulations to the class of 2022. Thank you. At this time, I'd like to also offer my sincere thank you to those who have worked to ensure that this ceremony is a success today. The senior class advisors, Alicia Francisco and Jen Russell, of course. Liz Carr, Josh Marco, Mike Hoggett, Gianni Ragaini, or Rags as they call him, VJ Cirillo, Jen Dunnick, Teddy Boynton, Mike Vitelli, Anthony Batson, Jeff Nielsen, our security guards, our IT department, and the countless staff and community members for their support and volunteerism for tonight and going through the graduation process together. All of the faculty that you see here seated on the field, along with those watching at home, the entire custodial staff, MGAT, Ben Waters, Garrett Clark, and of course our friend Blessing for the sound and live streaming production. I'd also like to publicly thank Mayor Blake, members of the Board of Education, members of Board of Aldermen, Board of Finance, and of course Dr. Kataya and Dr. Fedigan for all of their leadership and support. Thank you. Graduates, please stand. Yeah, you can do that. Mayor Blake, members of the Board of Education, Dr. Kataya, Dr. Fedigan, and all those here tonight, these members of the graduating class have completed all the statutory and school board requirements for a diploma from Jonathan Law High School and the Milford Public Schools. We will now present the graduates. Graduates, please be seated. We practiced that. Great job. I now invite our Board of Ed Chair, Susan Glennon, up on stage with me to recognize our graduates. Dia Deruka. Eva Marie Carroll. Andreas Elias Metagatos. Juliana Acevedo. Carliani I. Acosta. Michael Leon Adow. Aman Akhtar. Nick Alexopoulos. Omar Alzubi. Vanessa Rose Amaro. Leonidas Antonios Andreolis. Seth Alexander Baker. Dominic Michael Baldino. Dimitri Barnes. Simon Otis Barsky. Joseph W. Bassett. Dylan Alexander Benedetti. Evan Betancourt. Haley Carol Boyle. Carrie Deborah Boyle. Thomas Daniel Bretthauer. Adam Tony Cruz. Congratulations, bud. Katie Elise Brewer. Rayford Aaron Bromley. Jillian Chris Brotherton. Jessica Marie Browning. Tiffany Marie Browning. Jacob Thomas Buccino. Jack Burton IV. Bora Biuklu. Thanks, Bora. Catherine Michelle Caballero. Grace Frances Carter. Congratulations, Grace. Skylar Ann Cascante. Jasmine Elise Cassiano. It's just like a war zone. Angela Kim Chu. Eleanor Clay. Marissa Beatrice Contreras. Ava Anna Grace Cornell. Michael Arthur Cosmas Jr. Azia Costa. Isabella Pinello Morales. Congratulations, buddy. And Alexa Lorraine Derrick. Trevor James Courtney. Katie Sue Kraft. Jaden William Cruz. Deshaun Cummings. Matthew Tanner Cushney. Evan R. Sear. Joseph Francis Dalby. Lauren Grace Davis. Sebastian James Davis. Brandon Andrew Day. Bailey Dickman Ryan Joseph DeMiro. Cody Dynison. All right. Marcus Dostal. Dylan Dressel. Lex Edwards. Matthew Enborg. Christopher Engel. Sakib Feroz Ghazi. Melanie Luis Filippone. Anthony Warren Fino. Gabrielle Alexis Fino. Avery Grace Fitzgerald. Daniel J. Filoni. Avery Marie Frank. Catherine Ann Froelich. Allison Thomasina Gacci. Sydney Olivia Galasso. Tatum Andrea Gay. Barat Gench. Joseph Andrew Glorioso. Ariana Elise Gonez. Shelby Lynn Green. Mackay Timothy Green. Watch your hat. Amber Rose Gullyban. Courtney Hanson. Josh Tyler Harriman. Zachary Kiala Alohi Hart. Abinoff Hazarika. Luke J. Henriksen. Jordan Hernandez. Daniel F. Herr. Sean M. Hesberger. MD Hossein. Luke Anthony Alfadano. Araz Ibrahimi. Christian Alexander James. Jonathan Jerome Jawahar. Amrutha Varshini Jayapragazam. Cherish Rose Johnson. Jayla Johnson. Abigail Brooke Jordan. Noor Saham Kaiser. Grace Elizabeth Cantor. Gavin Brett Keating. Aiden Patrick King. Lindsay Grace Conlian. Nahitha Kathapali. Miguel Link Torres Laird. Fiona Lasky. Juliana Leone. Thomas Lusak. Stephen John Licio. Rocco Lopez Valencia. Anaya Lucas. Madison Lusignan. Connor Joseph Madden. Eliana Taylor Markowitz. Sophie Anna Maselli. Daniel Michael Maxwell. Morgan Elizabeth McCarthy. Kylie Marie McCool. Daniel James McCullough. Michaela Kathleen McDonald. Kian F. McInerney. Ryan L. McNellis. Solomon Mercado. Emily Miranda. Jaden Elizabeth Meyer. Kinsey Raina Mezes. Hamya Mirza. Yasser Moldamesh. Zachary Moeller. Always marketing. Diane J. Montez. Aiden Morrissey. Nehemiah Saleh Moy. Catherine Ann Mullaney. Amajane Moshe Murray. Colin Joseph Myers. Casey M. Nastu. Emma Ellen Teresa Nelly. Kyle Ryan Elam. Callista Lynn O'Connor. Mackenzie Elizabeth Ott. Daniel Alejandro Paredes. Not here. Sarah Patel. Victoria Ashley Paulino. Victoria Windish Phillips. Liznelli Pina Hernandez. Lucas Keegan Pincus Coyle. Lucia Pino. Lucas Richard Pacelli. Hannah J. Pogie Miller. Mackenzie Faith Powers. Bakri Ramadan. Isha Rana. Haley C. Rata. Molly Sue Reed. Mariah Reed. Connor Robert Richards. Hannah R. Robles. Aiden Vince Rodriguez. Joseph Aiden Rogers. Andrew W. Rosato. Julian Tava Roy. Aurora Cecilia Rakowski. Brianna Elena Hope Safri. Emma Tracy Savoy. Anya Saxena. Gary Willard Schulte. Maya Grace Schwing. Mateus Senna. McKenna Ann Sharp. Sydney Ryan Simpson. Kaylee Maxine Smith. Nora Diana Sotomonte. Maura Yvette Staples. Katie Lee Stockmall. Chad Stryker. Rachel Mary Solkis. Hannah Elizabeth Sullivan. Michaela Jane Sullivan. Colin Swanson. Lucas Antonio Texador. Sarah Rose Thomas. Gina Elizabeth Thompson. Marissa Grace Turner. Mason Turner. Amanda Timoke. Ryan Unger. Amaya Lauren Vargas. Elijah Matthew Vayens. Logan R. Viscount. John Vecino. William Oliver Walworth. Riley Jameson Wargo. Jackson Thomas Waters. Jenna Rose Wasserman. Francis E. Wilder. Sadie McKenna Willett. David Wilson. Jack Weston Wojciechowski. Jaden Michael Waiwoda. Olivia Marie Zamello. Travis Wyatt Zeidler. And now, for closing remarks, I present Andreas Metagatos, co-president of the class of 2022, and Eva Carroll, also a co-president, will join us as well.
To all those gathered here, and to my friends of the class of 2022, it was with your support that I was elected to represent all of you and to do great things as class president. And for believing in me, I thank you. The election, however, is long gone, and as class president, I have been chosen to deliver this speech to you, my friends. As we move out of high school, we will jump forward into a new adventure in our lives. Whether it be college, the military, or trade, or a career, I would like for all you to remember one thing. Don't just believe in yourself. Believe in the you that others believe in as well. We survived through a cataclysmic event, yet we are still standing, and standing strong, no less. This is a new chapter in our lives which is about to unfold, and I want you all to know that you can do whatever you dream, think, or desire. The class of 2022 is strong, and I hope you, my friends, know that. Please think of all that we accomplished. Despite COVID bearing down on us, we adapted and persevered. When we could not play sports, make music, or participate in clubs, you know what we did? We tried to make it possible in any way. And that's the beauty of this community. No matter what happens, we keep ourselves like steel, strong and tough, but flexible enough not to break. And no matter what, we all support each other. I know each and every one of you will continue to be awesome to yourselves and each other, because in the end, that's what being a lawman is truly about. Being one big, giant family, being completely and utterly unshakable and unbreakable. All of the events of our senior year would not have been possible without all of our amazing teachers and the absolute rock stars that are our class advisors, Mrs. Francisco and Miss Russell. So class of 2022, wake up, get out there, and remember to not just believe in the me that believes in you, but to also believe in the you that believes in yourself. At this time, I would like to recognize Mrs. Francisco and Miss Russell for their work as our class advisors. On behalf of the class of 2022, we want you to know that we appreciate everything you have done for us and we will always remember you. Thank you. Graduates, Please stand. Now please join me in moving our tassels from the right side to the left side as the next stage of our lives begins now.
You guys go with them. At this time, our choir will lead us in the Alma Mater.
In the high school, we love you. We're so proud of our black and gold spirit of our high school. Our alma mater, faith and hope forevermore. Jonathan Law High School, by the waters blue, our devotion's true. We will always give to you our high school, our alma mater, will be true forevermore.
I want to thank everyone here this evening for a beautiful evening. And for the last time, I want to say congratulations to the class of 2022.